Good morning, Amani. How's everybody today? So good to see you all here. Well, we are going to stand and we are going to sing our opening song with our very special musical guest, Cerise Patron. Sorry. So let's stand up, let's raise the energy, and we will sing along with Cerise.
Morning. I'm gonna be big. I'm gonna be big for God. I'm gonna speak out. I'm gonna speak out for love. I'm gonna shine bright until the whole world sees the light. I'm gonna shine bright. I'm gonna speak out. I'm gonna be big for God. I'm gonna live loud, a life with no regrets. I'm gonna go now, 'cause now is all we get. I'm gonna break free to live in perfect harmony. I'm gonna break free, I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna live loud for God. I'm gonna say yes to my good right now. I'm gonna let go of all that fear and doubt. I'm gonna go forth to bring a change about. I'm gonna go forth, I'm gonna let go. I'm gonna say yes to God. I'm gonna break free, I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna live loud for God. I'm gonna shine bright, I'm gonna speak out. I'm gonna be big for God. I'm gonna be big for God.
Wonderful. Please have a seat. Thank you, Cerise. We're going to hear more from Cerise. All right, so let us release the kids. I see Addie back there. You guys go have a great time, and we will see you afterwards. All right, so welcome again to the Amani Center. I'm so grateful to see you all here, to know you're all joining us today, whether you're online or here in the room. We like to start our service with our vision statement, so let's speak it aloud together. We are lighting the path to peace together. This is what we're called to do here. This is our vision for the Amani Center. This is how we show up on the planet, lighting that path to peace together in collaboration, in community. And so I'm glad that you're all showing up for that. A little bit about who we are, a little more about that. We're an open and inclusive spiritual community, and we know there are many paths to the divine. My tongue's doing a thing this morning. So so whatever path you're walking, whatever light you're following, whatever dreams you're following, whatever inner guidance you're following, we're just happy to be here with you walking it. We love to be here as a support to you, to bring knowledge, to bring connection, to bring prayer, to bring this community. And then also, sometimes we're going to reach out to you and you're going to hold us up, or you're going to bring your gifts. And so this is how we're doing it together in community. We're a place where you can learn and you can grow and you can be. So there's classes, there's workshops, there's all kinds of opportunities to serve and be a part of this community and do good and live into your purpose. And then that will be transformative for you. That's how you grow. That's how you continue to level up in your life. And then also, sometimes you just need a safe and welcoming place where you can just show up and you can fill your own cup. We are always here for that. We're always available for that. So whether you're showing up to be in service today or showing up to receive, or a little of both, I'm just glad that you're here. Is there anyone here for the first time? If you're comfortable raising your hand, great, wonderful. We have a little gift, a little handout that we'd love to bring to you, tell you a little bit more about the Amani Center. Very welcome here. We're glad you're here. If you're online and it's your first time and you'd like to receive that, drop us a DM. We'd be happy to send it out to you. If you don't feel like raising your hand now, you can see Jean afterwards, or even right now, and she'll give you one of those too. One of the ways that we show up lighting that path to peace, being being the light in the community is our circle of light, which is made up of our practitioners, our ministers, and we're here to know the truth for you and with you, to help you when you've got that light, that spark, that dream that you want to bring in. We want to show up and sit with you and help you to know how that can come in. If you're going through something challenging that you need to put down, or you just need you need a hand to hold while you walk through it, we're here for that too. So what we love to do is sit down with you after service for 5 minutes, our gift to you, and do some affirmative prayer or spiritual mind treatment. So I would just encourage you, if there's anything on your heart that you would like to bring in, let go, walk through, that you see one of us afterwards. And I'm going to ask the members of our Circle of Light to go ahead and raise a hand or stand up now so you can see who we are. So there's several of us here. Look around. If you got something, see one of us afterwards. We would love to do that treatment with you, that affirmative prayer. Oh, and we also have this prayer box up here. If you rather just drop your request in there, you can do that. In the white seat backs, there's some little white pieces of paper that are prayer requests. There's some on the side of the box too. They have our information on it too if you want to reach out personally via text or phone or email, and just ask for that. We would love to do that with you. Okay. All right, I'm going to go through our announcements. This is our last Sunday in July. Our theme has been Liberate Your Thoughts. It's been an amazing month, and today we have the very wonderful Reverend Sherry Wynn speaking, so we're in for a real treat. August is starting next week, and it's a 5 Sunday, so I love August. We have Reverend Lucian Baker the first Sunday of the month, as always. Then our wonderful Reverend Pixie DeFore, who's sitting right back there. Reverend Donna Appadoni will be here on the 17th, and then Reverend Sherry on the 24th. And I did have Reverend Cindy Owens slotted to speak. She just messaged me yesterday that she would not be able to do that. And then within an hour, I got an email from this guy. And he was looking to come visit. So he had that date available. It worked out beautifully. So we will have the very wonderful Daniel Namod here speaking on Sunday the 31st, doing the music on Sunday the 31st, and then he's going to do a concert after service. So mark your calendars. This is how it works. Spirit has got us always. I never worry about it. It's phenomenal. If you haven't seen Daniel before, we've had him several times. Please show up for this. He'll be amazing. Tell your friends, bring some friends, and just lift your spirit. All right. So August is, let me go back to this because I forgot to put on there. August, the theme is Dancing with the Divine Disney. So we're going to have some fun in August, and here's how we're going to do it. Starting on the 3rd, you can dress up in your Disney attire. So here's just some ideas for you, but whatever that feels like for you, whatever your divine Disney, it's about play, it's about fun, it's about joy. We're going to have some Disney songs in August to kind of light up on that theme, and we're going to start it out with some fun. So for kids and for adults, kids of all ages, Divine Disney, August 3rd. So that's next Sunday, so think about what you want to wear. All right. Today is the last Sunday of the month, so it's our potluck Sunday. We will be sharing and breaking bread today, so stay for that. And then it's also our town hall. We do these quarterly so that we can kind of keep you informed what's going on. The board can check in with you. You can ask questions. You can give your ideas, and just be part of this community because we really are a volunteer-run center. It's all of us. We do it on our own. So please stay for that, have some food, hear what the board has to say, bring your ideas, and just share in the running of this amazing place. And then another reminder that today is Reverend Mitch's installation ceremony. So I know a lot of you have already signed up for that. Probably be some opportunities to carpool. It is up in Grass Valley at the Unity Center. Cerise will be writing the music there, so you'll enjoy her today, and then you'll get to hear her again if you're going to Mitch's ceremony. He did ask for an RSVP, so hopefully we've already done that, but just a reminder. And that starts at 4 up in Grass Valley. All right, here's some of the stuff we do every week. Chair yoga on Tuesdays, 11:30 across the parking lot at the studio. Course in Miracles every Thursday afternoon at 3 p.m. to 4:30 at the Jaeger home. And then Thursdays also at 11:11 is our Staying Grounded in Challenging Times support community group where we sit and we talk about what's going on. We do some meditation. We do some visioning. We share some tools on how to bring things back to a centered place so that you can be in balance in spite of what's going on out there, so that you can show up as a presence for good and a force for good and not just be part of the chaos. So that is free and open to everyone. Just show up. We would love to see you 11:11 every Thursday. All right, I mentioned this last week. We're still looking for some volunteers. I'm going to pass this again, and it's a new sheet. You may have signed up last time. You don't have to sign up again if you didn't, but feel free. This is to stain these barn doors, so that's kind of a big job. We've got some stain for them. And then also, we're doing some finishing on that trailer for the kids out there, just some kind of light carpentry stuff. If you're able to help with that or know someone, then please feel free to sign up, and then I'll reach out. We'll find a day that works for everyone, or maybe a couple days, whatever works. But if you have some skills you'd like to share, we appreciate it. All right, Drum Circle will be August 8th. That's always the second Friday of the month. That's a wonderful time here at the Amani Center. Sarah and Bob lead that, and they bring instruments. We have a bunch of instruments. You can bring your instruments, and we sit in a circle, and we just pound on drums and make a beautiful noise and have a wonderful time. It's very regulating. Full Moon Gathering will be the 9th, so that's Saturday at 6:30, and that's a wonderful ritual and time to do some journaling, some meditation, some breath work. Everyone is welcome to join us for that. That's just a love donation as well. Teen Playdate this month will be the 15th. As always, I believe it is the second Friday, or maybe it's the third Friday. So say that again. Third Friday, thank you, Steve. So if you know teens, if you have teens, this is a great time for them just to be kids, just to be teens in a safe, fun, loving space. All right, and that's the announcements for today. If you haven't already silenced your phone, please do so. We'll take a moment and we'll just get quiet and we'll bless the service. So if it's comfortable, you can allow your eyes to close. You can receive that cleansing breath in, slowing things down, slowing the breath, which calms the nervous system, which helps you to drop into this sacred space right here at the center of who you are, where you just feel your oneness with Spirit, with God, with whatever word you use, the universe, science, nature, and with each other, because we are all one. We just breathe into this space here at the Amani Center, where we are safe and loved and welcome. I know that today's service will unfold divinely. Everyone will receive exactly what they need to receive, and they will give what they're here to give, even if they don't realize it. The music, the message, all the volunteers, the sound team, the live stream, the hosting service, the coffee, the setup, all the people who cooked or stopped at the market or brought something to share, and everyone who just showed up who's just going to share in that meal. We're all blessed by it. We all receive the good from it. We're filled up. And then we take that with us out into the world to spread this higher vibration, this loving vibration, this vibration of oneness with Spirit, with each other, knowing that there is no us and them. There is only us, all of us, one, with God, with Spirit, with the universe. And we can just breathe into that and know all is well. God's got this. And so with great gratitude for the truth of this, for this center, for all of you, I release this word into the law, knowing that it is already done and that all is well. And together we say, and so it is. All right, I'm going to bring up Reverend Kathy, who is our practitioner of the day, and she will do our affirmation.
Good morning, everyone. We're going to do the affirmation 3 times. The first time with enthusiasm, joy, excitement. The second time, use your inside voice. For you parents, you know what that means. For the rest of us, it just means softer. And the third time, please be silent as I speak the words. Today's affirmation is coming from the wonderful Reverend Sherry Wynn. Let us begin. I am the instrument of the one life, whose nature lives in, through, and as me for its highest purpose. I am the instrument I am the instrument of the one life, whose nature gives in, through, as me for its highest purpose. I am the instrument of peace, love, and light. I am the instrument of the one life, whose nature lives in, through, and as me for its highest purpose. I am the instrument of peace, love, and light. And together we say, and so it is. Now here's Cerise.
Get ready, my soul. 'Cause I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, get ready, my soul. Everything I've ever done, everything I've ever seen, everything I've lost or won, every dream I've ever dreamed has brought me here to this present moment, here to a new beginning, here, and I'm seeing life so clearly now. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. Here I go, deeper, deeper. get ready, my soul. 'Cause I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. 'Cause I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love. I choose the sweetest kind of life. So get ready, my soul. Get ready, my soul. Get ready, my soul.
These are tears of joy. I always cry joyfully and gratefully when I hear this song. So now it's time to stay in this sacred space that the music and Cerise has created for us. It's time for meditation. If you aren't relaxed already, please do so. Opening yourself, opening your heart, opening your mind and your soul to the very journey of consciousness, to that sacred and still place within each and every one of us. Knowing that we are absolutely the light of spirit, God, nature, science, whatever you call it. That essence is who we are. And so we connect and shine our light brightly. I invite you to vision yourself in a beautiful space and place where the wind is blowing gently, the sun is shining, and everywhere you look, you see the beauty of nature, the power of the universe and spirit. Dive deep. Get ready. Enjoy your meditation. It is now time for that healing prayer. I invite you to bring to mind yourself and anyone that could use an extra boost, a little more love, a little more nurturing, compassion. All of those qualities that are the divine. Empathy, love, joy, beauty surrounds. All of these wonderful attributes bring the goodness of life. And we are all a part of that life. I'd like you to say your name first, and then anybody that you are praying for in this spiritual mind treatment. Kathy, Rodney, Pat. We absolutely know that there is a power and a presence that flows all good, everywhere, always. And in that flow, we live, feeling, acknowledging, and taking the right action for the here and now that is to your highest and best good. Regardless of circumstances, regardless of conditions, we know there is only one mind, one creator, and one humanity. And so in unity, we know that the endless possibility of peace, joy, support is possible. We just have to know it and be open to it and be the ripple effect in your life so others can feel your light. And I am so grateful for this. I am so thankful for spiritual mind treatment, for religious science, for all the mystics, the angels, and everything that is on our side. The universe has your back. And with great gratitude, I release my word into that universal law that says, yes, my love. Yes. I release and I let go, and together we say, and so it is.
We all have sorrow and loss to be healed. We all have moments when pain is all we feel. But where can we go when the darkness takes hold? Can we rewrite the story that's told? Embrace your dreams and free your soul. Release the brakes and find you our home. Wherever you are, you can spread your wings and faithful day after day, living on purpose, good coming your way. There may be times when the skies will be gray, but light is still shining anyway. Embrace your dreams and free your soul. Release the brakes and find you are whole. Wherever you are, you can spread your wings and fly. Come take the lead. Unleash your light. You have the power of the universe untold. It's time that you show it to the world. Oh, embrace your dreams and free your soul. Release the brakes and find that you are whole. Wherever you are, you can spread your wings and fly. So come take the lead. Unleash your
Wow, you go. You go. Thank you. I love it. Fabulous. Good morning, dear ones. So I want you to take a moment and just kind of look around. Look around at all these beautiful people that showed up. Look around and see each one. So glad to be with you today. I feel a little like I've been hanging. Have you ever seen that picture of the cat hanging by its claws? Yeah, had some of that for sure. When I ask for the experience of being connected to the divine source within me, I get everything. Because there's no just this way. There's all of life everywhere, universally, going on at the same time, multidimensionally. So my topic was beyond measure because it covers a big territory. And I'm never quite sure what I'm going to bring. I do a lot of reading, I do a lot of listening, I do a lot of healing work, I do a lot of laughing and crying and moaning and getting up and doing it again and all of that, just like all of us. And you came here. I mean, congratulate yourself. Do this. Show up. I showed up at this time. Good job. Good job. Give a little smile to yourself, a little pat on the shoulder, a little hug. We need to do more of that. We need to wake up every morning and give ourselves permission to say, good job for being here. That might combat the thing of, why am I still here? What the heck's going on? You know, so this month's Liberate Your thoughts. So liberation is a big responsibility. We don't liberate ourselves by being asleep. We liberate ourselves by being awake to everything and reaching and expanding and going for it when we're vulnerable, even when we don't know, showing up. That's true liberation. It's about showing up and speaking your truth regardless of what the appearance looks like or what somebody else may say or do. That's true freedom. Freedom is a responsibility. I used to hate that word, responsibility. It's like, yikes. But I've remapped that, and I like the idea of it. I like that there is this something that created me that is pouring into me all the time when I allow it. And so then I'm responsible to fill my cup to overflowing, and I don't have to worry about how it goes out in the universe. All I have to do is be receptive to it. All I have to do is fill my cup. Fill my cup over and over again by opening myself to something larger than me that actually loves all of creation, not just a part of it. I've had a hard time with learning how to love because I bump up against that part Gary Zukav calls the frightened personality. That little part, that part of me that's been swallowed the poison, that is running the cultural program of fear. So I have to get it real simple again, and I like the idea that there's only love and fear in the world of duality. But I like it even better when I know there's only love. And fear is just something that we are learning to transform. And I believe we're in the age of transformation, and that in the next couple of generations, what we've been praying for, asking for thousands and thousands of years, we are actually to the place in humanity where we are ready to take the evolutionary step from being five sensory, as Gary Zukav calls, to acknowledging that we are multisensory. And we are multidimensional. And so I like to fill up this community today with all the unseen beings that all follow you around, that all walk with you, that you may not even know exist. All your ancestors and your angels and your devas and your nature spirits and your guides and la 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 la, all of it, the galactic beings that are just hovering over our planet and have been for a long time. Some are even here. We're going to see more. We'll just fill this room up with goodness, with all the masters and the mystics and the enlightened ones. And we get to call on them. Because once they leave their bodies, they are not subject to this timeline. They become universal. And we have access to that universal, multi-dimensional reality, but hold on tight. When you ask for it and it shows up in your vehicle, I have to say this over and over because I have to be reminded, that when that power and light and that peace and love shows up in my vehicle, all the stuck stuff that I've been carrying around for lifetimes is being uploaded through my vehicle. And here's the hard part. Waking up to it means I'm awake in it. And I have to move out of my judgment of it, which I have a story of judgment. And that is debilitating. It keeps me stuck in the programming of what judgment is. And there's a master now in a really many masters in a real dark form. Many beings that are in dark forms that have that we have an opportunity to be like the sun. Because I thought, how can I pray for them? You know, that's my judgment. Because what happens if I give them some of my energy and they do something bad? You know, that's the thinking mind that has a limited amount of information. Go back to Scripture where Jesus Christ says, in the Scripture where it says the rain falls on the just and the unjust. In other words, rain doesn't have the ability to judge. Judgment is a tool we developed, thinking it would keep us safe. All it did was separated us one from another and built a construct of fear that we have been supping at for a long time. And now we get to drop it. While the conversation in our mind goes, la, 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 la. What about? What about? Well, be like the sun. Say the prayer for peace and send it to those that aren't peaceful. Send it to the perpetrators and the violators and the violent ones. Because here, I wrote this down because I want you to ask yourself this question. Close your eyes, put your heart or your hand over your heart. This is from Gary Zukav. What is the difference between me if I have no compassion for those who have no compassion? Let me say it again. What is the difference between me if I have no compassion for those who have no compassion? That really stopped me in my tracks. That was an answer to prayer for me, for that part of me that was worried about, I can't give my energy into something that looks violent or is whatever. And that helped me because I thought, of course, my ego isn't the one that does the blessing work. It's the universal light, the infinite self that knows just how to get my prayer to wherever it needs to be for the wholeness of life to occur in the most broken places. It's not my job as an ego, although I've tried to make it my job with my judgment and my concerns and my opinions and that this is the way it is and it should be and all of that. And all of that is just a way to keep fear at bay from being in me. But if I can't feel my own fear, notice it, hear what it does, I don't have the power to transform it in my own awareness. I have to meet it where it is and go, no, 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 not that. This instead. No, 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 not that. This instead. No, 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 that's not real. Well, it feels real. Here I am sitting on the couch crying and moaning and weeping. This feels really real. No, it's only an energetic thought form that is coming through my vehicles to be released. And as I look at it and go, thank you for teaching me what you came to teach me, but I don't need any more information about being afraid. I learned that one. Have we all learned that one? We know how to be afraid, huh? We know how to be terrorized. We know how to be angry, frustrated, anxious, worried, demanding, critical. We know how to do that as a species, and we're being asked to set that down. Not just set it down, but use that old energy like wizards. Let's be wizards. And transform it and make it into something bright and shiny and new and good. And every time we do that, we open to that, We open from the top and anchor in at the bottom, and we allow that light to pour through us. It goes through us to wherever it needs to go, to do whatever it needs to do to bring us into this next stage of evolution, where we can look at everybody and see the divine spark that is moving in them. And you know, if we lose our skin suit, this is just a little teeny part of our infinite self. And we've been doing this over and over and over again so that we get better at being the light. We get better at being love. We get better at the act of forgiveness. Forgiveness is an essential tool for me for self-love. I've been forgiving other people, but I didn't forgive myself. I had to learn how to forgive myself, stand right in front of the mirror and look at me and go, ooh, ouch. Okay. Look right at me and go, yeah, okay, I forgive you. Look right at me, every bit of me, and go, yeah, that is your vehicle. That's what it looks like. When do you quit when do we quit punishing ourselves for being less than? When do we put that down? The whole world is asking us to do that. All the transgenders and the gay people and the people that have brown skins, for God's sake. I am so freaking white. But I got a dark soul, and I got a dancing soul inside of me that's all kinds of different colors. I've been red and black and beige and green and brown and blue and all those things. And we're being asked to put that down, to see each other in all our beauty. The homeless people on the street, those that are hungry. I cannot fix the world. And I've been in pain about where the world is for a very, very long time. And I'm sure I'll come in and out of that. And I've been grieving it for a long, long time. I've been hiding for it for a long, long time. I've been showing up big for a long time. And here I am again in this vehicle, one more round, to go, yay, God! That's my vote. Yay, Spirit. Yay, Presence. Yay, Energy. Yay, the Universal. That's my vote. You get my vote. That's where I'm going. That's where I'm showing up. Even if the way I say it or present it is different to somebody else, that's my mission. Is to try and awaken enough of that in me that I'm a spark for somebody else that they need, or a hug, or a shoulder, or a hand, or a laugh, or a giggle, or a no, 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 not on my watch. You know, no, 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 not on my watch, Sherry, when you go into fear. When somehow something on the internet, doesn't it just happen that way? Sometimes you see something and it's like you're in the grip. It's like it's caught you. And I think, no, just stand with it. Don't be caught. Send light to it. Send love to it. Send peace to it. So what does compassion mean to you? Speak up. Unconditional caring, thank you. Compassion, anybody else? Empathy, yes, what else? Excuse me? Love, yes, what else? Oneness, yes. Kindness, yes. Grace, yes. And see, as we begin to develop these tools for being connected, let's do something these next few days and weeks. Let's work on self-development of our own personal awareness. See, we have a mystic master in us, or a mister, or a goddess, or a god in us that we can tap into, and we become the student and the teacher. So we try out all these tools, and we begin to experience how those tools are working or not working. We understand that we're in a feedback loop of whatever. There's an infinite thing. Whatever we put out comes back. Whatever's going on, but whatever we're praying for. I'm praying for healing, but oh shit, I didn't get healing. I got broken. I got broken shit. That's what I got instead of healing. What does that mean? Oh, okay, you're healing. That is the process of healing. You're taking the old and you're remaking it into the new. We haven't quite gotten to that place where we can just say our word and bing, I'm growing a new arm. Or a new tissue, or a new thought pattern, or a new feeling, or a new way of being, or a new idea about wholeness. So personal development, this is about building our own relationship with our own higher self and putting the energy into doing it. Everything else that we're doing is sort of busy work, you know, keeping up with our life that we've mapped out, all these important things that we need to do, but somehow we go, oh, I don't have time for that. I don't have time for the healing process. I don't have time for prayer. I don't have time for meditation. I don't have time to call on somebody to ask them to help me. I don't have time to face that part of me that I don't want to face. I don't have time to do that. I don't have time to go, oh, okay, I'm supposed to not do this and do this instead. Well, I had a plan to do that. Well, so much for plans. It's like, okay, do this instead. See, that's what we want to get to. We want to get to a place where we're so aware of our inner connection that we have the ability to hear, sense, feel, or directly know the information from the universal presence rather than just our little tiny ego. That's a manufactured stuff we put together in order to survive, but we're moving beyond it now. And we're at the place, we're in the tipping place. We think we're looking for it and it's not here. Oh, it's here. The tipping place is happening because as this light goes into where all the darkness is, it's like, oh, there they are, all that stuff we buried. All that stuff. And we will bring into our lives, our very own daily lives, are an answer to the prayers we've been asking. But oh no, I had a different idea. Because I was raised on Disney. I was raised on magic and imagination and playfulness and all of that. And I had a whole idea about how life is. And then I got out in it and it's like, whoa, that's not what I thought it was. And I get to still have that imagination. Even in the midst of my own chaos, I get to be imaginative enough and playful enough and strong enough and powerful enough. I get to say, yes, I am a powerful being. Oh, I used to shirk from that. Somebody would say, you're very intense and you're very powerful. I would sink because in my mind, because I am in touch with how many times I have been slayed for that in this lifetime. I've seen my death in very many other lifetimes. I've seen all kinds of lifetimes where I was killed, murdered, because of showing up and being the light. And I have this ability to be in many places at the same time. And that's not an easy thing to do, especially in an elder body that's not quite as fit as it used to be. And I have judgment about that. I have a lot of judgment about that. And I've had a lot of judgment about my particular female physical body. And I'll share with you that my healing process these last few months has been about going down through my ancestral line through the whole feminine aspect. And it's like being a female and being punished for having a feminine body, for having a female body. Now, I'm sure it's the same for men, but I don't happen to be in a male vehicle this time, although I have had that before. I'm in a female body, so I'm upgrading, and I've had stories about being fat and not being enough and not being physical enough and not looking this way or doing that or not fitting in. Shit, I was born during Twiggy. You know? And I had cheerleader sisters. And everybody in my family was fit except I was the round one. And I spent my whole life punishing myself for that. And I have friends that will point out to me when I get into that pattern that, as Gary Zukoff calls it, Gary Zukoff, thank you, we must have the same tongue problem. When he talks about that's the frightened part of our personality. See, in the frightened part of our personality that we developed as souls over eons, we separated ourselves to them and us. Them and us, or God and us. A great big divide. Well, that divide now is honing in. We get it. There's no divide. Oh, but it'll look like that on the broadcast. The political parties of this and that, and it'll look like this and that and this and that and this and that. But our job is to stay central and realize the story of this and that is just the story that we made up as we were going along, and for some reason we bought it. And in buying it, it became part of our vehicles that the energy of the universe uses to continue to create through us. And so if we want a different story, we got to look at the story and go, oh no, I'm erasing that. Be the magician, just erase it and go, instead, all of this. And then it'll come back up and go, no, 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 let's do this again. Instead this. Instead this. That's what I love about spiritual mind treatment. I'm just going to call it that. You know, it came from Dr. Holmes, and it was kind of during the period of time after the Second World War, and people needed something to get them to the next place. And he came into a place of his own self and studied through all different kinds of processes, Hindu. You know, he was very, very illumined soul. And he thought, I want to know how Jesus Christ did it. And so he looked at it. He went within his own process, and he discovered that there is a tool of using the word to make a statement about what is truth rather than what is broken. And not pleading, moving into there's one. That one thing is everything. And if that one thing is everything, that I'm that too. And as I'm that too, then I speak my truth and say that love is real, light is real, wholeness is real. And I accept it now, not in the future, but now. You know, Christ didn't go, oh, well, maybe I'll heal you. I imagine he could see the whole vehicle and all the thought forms that weren't working and just went right past that to, oh no, I see the real spirit in that being. And you don't think that any one of the masters that went before us didn't go through the debris of their own self? There's no magic pill. We have to evolve to the point where we have the energy to carry what it is that we believe. And we have to carry it well enough so that when the old thought form shows up in our own head, we can go, oh no, not that. And I'm sure that's why I've been so tired and worn out, because I've been facing a lot of the erroneous thinking in my vehicles and in the collective thought form. I'm sent home. You're done, go home. I want to do this, go home. And what happens to me when I'm at home? I face me. I have no kids, I have no husband. Even my cat died. I'm not replacing it. I want a fur baby, but I'm told not yet. I'll get one. Something will show up. But right now, my role is to try and figure out, before I leave this vehicle again, I want to do as much of the work so when I'm called again, when the Spirit in me calls me to be out in the universal as service, I want more space for the good stuff and less for the other. How about you? More space for the good stuff, less for the other? Yay, that's for us. Yeah. So, how extraordinary that you're here. Say inside yourself, I have the eyes, you can say it out loud. I have the eyes to see the truth. I have the heart to hold the love. I have the ability to let go of what doesn't work. And I claim the good for me and all of life. Put your hands up high in the air. I am a powerful being of light. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, you are. And so continue to travel your travels. Be your divine self. Do your spiritual work. And agree to work on your own inner self-development for your personal awareness so you can do just like the kids always do. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. Okay.
Thank you, Reverend Sherry. All right. Now it is our joyful time of giving, our opportunity to support the Amani Center with our gifts and our tithes so that we can keep showing up in this space to do this good work, to bring our wonderful speakers, our wonderful music, all the things that we do here, workshops, the giving that we do out into the community. And so we have some ways that you can give digitally. If we're going to pass a basket in a moment, but if you're online or you don't have cash, you can use the codes. They're on these cards and smaller ones that are in the white seat backs. We have Venmo and PayPal. You can always use the donate button at the AmaniCenter.org at our website. And if you're getting our newsletters, there's always at the bottom of the newsletter a place to donate. If you're not getting the newsletter, please see Gina or one of the board members afterwards so you can sign up for that. So you'll know what's going on at Amani. You'll see when there's concerts, when there's workshops, who's speaking, all of that good stuff. And you can also set up a recurring gift on your bank account through your bank so that it just comes out every week or every month, whatever works for you. I love doing that because then I know that my giving is going out even when I'm traveling, and I just it's my tithe and it's already all set. So whatever way you decide to give, we're just grateful that you do. I'm going to ask Reverend Kathy to come back up, and she's going to do a little treatment over the tithes before we toss them in the basket, and then we'll have another song from Cerise. Reverend Kathy.
Give from your heart, knowing that Prosperity is a spiritual principle. And in the giving, so we receive. And what we receive here at Amani is so much support and love and nurturing. The belief that we are absolutely the lights of the world. Our classes, our ministers, our practitioner, everybody that is involved here comes from that place of service, love, support. And so I encourage you to give as your heart and soul tell you to. Not because you have to, but because you want to. Would you pass the baskets, please? Oh, Cerise? Sorry.
No, it's all right, both.
Go for it.
It's all right. We'll have another song from Cerise now.
No more worries, no more doubts. Today's my day for a miracle. Gonna get up, dance and shout. Today's my day for a miracle. Today's the day the Lord has made. This is my day. Today's my day for a miracle. Today's my day for a miracle. Accepting only the best for me. Today's my day for a miracle. I'm living my life full and free. Today's my day for a miracle. Today's the day the Lord has made. This is my day. Today's my day for a miracle. Today's my day for a miracle. Giving more of myself today. Today's my day for a miracle. 'Cause what I give comes back my way. Today's my day for a miracle. Today's the day the Lord has made. This is my day. Today's my day for a miracle. Today's my day for a miracle. Today's my day for a miracle.
With great gratitude and a full heart, I receive these tithes and blessings for the Amani Center, knowing that the strength and the power is with this money, and it goes forth and does amazing things. I release this into the universe knowing it is so, and so it is.
All right. Sounds like the kids are here. Let's bring them up.
They're a little shy today. So we only had 3 today. We had Delaney, Lexi, and Charlotte. And we read the book Lakumi's Good Deeds. We learned about kindness and helping others. And then we colored, which Charlotte will show. And then they played the rest of the time. And then Charlotte will read our affirmation.
I am the instrument of peace, love, and light.
Great job, guys. Thank you. Thanks, Shy and Addie, our helpers. All right, we're going to stand and sing our closing song together. So let's stand, hold hands if that feels comfortable. Remember to stay for lunch, for potluck, and for the town hall. We'll do that sort of together. Find out what's going on, be part of what's going on there. Oh, and also, Cerise will be back in the table over by the back door. She's got music and some other things to sell, CDs. So make sure you stop there and make a purchase and take home some of that beautiful music with you. All right, here we go.
The presence is here. The presence is here. Love and spirit prevail on each face. The presence is here. Amen. The presence is here. And I will meet you in grace. I will meet you in grace. Hands up in the air. I am a light unto the world.
I am a light unto the world.
And so it is.